Horizon is a good character for positioning, taking high ground, pushing and fighting in mid-range, especially outside, and pushing scenarios or adding pressure. That is what I believe she is intended for. And since you're able to strafe on a three-dimensional plane as opposed to a two-dimensional plane, that is why Horizon is overpowered. So I personally believe that Horizon is in a bit of a bad state in Apex Legends currently. The reason for this is, for such little effort and predictability, she does so much against, and it has so much power over such majority of the player base, because people don't really have amazing enough aim to actually counteract this. She is performing too well, in my opinion, and she's overstepping what she's meant to be doing. When you see a Horizon do this, at like a mid-range gunfight, and they've got their team below them, and you're there, you might as well just fall back, because this is equivalent to a flank. The whole point of a flank is you shoot from another direction, so people either panic to react to you, or you exploit that they can't pay attention to you and your friends. The downside with flanking is if you do it and you get third-partied, you are not with your team, so it's going to go horribly. The advantage with Horizon is your team is still right there, but you're still on another plane, because if the team is firing there, and your team's firing here, someone has to look up at you, and if they look up at you, they're not looking down here, and if they're not looking at you, then you have a good angle, and you can throw grenades behind cover. Well, behind any potential cover they want to use. This is fine. There are ways to counteract it, it's not too ridiculous. And for positioning, it's good. You can carry you can carry people on top of a building with relative ease. The problem with Horizon and her state at the moment is her actual in-combat applicability. And I mean, for example, if you get shot at and you're Horizon, as long as you have the mindset of playing around your shield health, it's really obnoxious for people to kill you. But say there's someone right here at this doorway. I have a gunfight with them, my shield breaks, I'm doing badly or whatever, I just do this. So they're down there, they're trying to shoot me, and I can take a heal. And yes, you can still technically be shot at, you're not immortal when you're up here, but it's really difficult to, because whereas in normal combat or whatever, you strafe left or right. Say there's someone right here, you strafe left or right. You're going in one of two directions, or you're just sitting still and crouch spamming because you're horrendous at the game. And what this does is, strafing is a powerful thing in this game, and in all shooters basically. Which is why SMGs are so much better than assault rifles, because they can strafe while aiming down sight. Same with pistols, which is why I love the RE45. The problem that Horizon has is, if you take an engagement, say I knock someone, and say I knock someone in here because somehow I kill them, and there's a second one in here, I run away. If you're a Wraith, you need 1.5 seconds to activate your tactical, then you go into the void, you zoom over here, you check if they're following you, and then you start healing. So you wait 4 seconds, or whatever, because you're in the void, 1.5 seconds to activate your tactical, so you have 5 seconds where you're not doing anything for your team, and you can go and heal, or you get chased. With Horizon, you just do this, go straight up, because it's incredibly quick activation time, and you start taking a shield battery. You are still exposed, but since it's not a matter of going left and right, you can also go forward and back. So instead of being a two-dimensional strafer, you're a three-dimensional strafer. And this is so awkward to deal with, because she does it so quickly. If I have a teammate down here, the person who was shooting me has to give up on me, because I can be too evasive, I'm taking a heal mid-fight, out of nowhere, I just go up, take a heal. They have to pay attention to my teammate, so I get to heal for free, and when they are increasingly distracted, which I can see because I'm just up, I'm not hiding behind the wall or anything, I can then push, jump down, use her passive so I don't get stunned, and attack them. It's such a powerful ability, and my problem with it is it doesn't take much effort from someone to go up, like so. Oh no. See, it doesn't take much effort for someone to go up, start strafing left and right, and the difficulty to counter this in comparison to how difficult it is to actually do is kind of ludicrous. See, I'm only taking shield cells, and I managed to do that without getting beamed. And that is why Horizon's overperforming at the moment. The ability to mid-gunfight or mid-combat, after the positioning phase, after the movement phase, the fact that her tactical comes out so quickly is the issue, is Hello. While I live. Aha! The issue of Horizon is she's a character designed for positioning and such, but she doesn't just do positioning, she also has mid-combat all the things, and unlike every other character in the game, like Wraith backs away, Octane can use his jump pad to try and heal in mid-air, but she can go up in the air, have a three-dimensional strafing platform, force a distraction, or you have to give up on her while being able to maintain eye contact, while having the high ground, while having the threat of just jumping down on you and killing you. With the new gold with the gold magazine, she can go up, take a heal, come back down with her R99 or Volt fully loaded. And the amount of effort it takes to just throw something below you and go up is stupid. You don't want to look up to fight someone while their team is below, because then you're putting some of the people into your blind spot. It's like tunnel vision, or if you don't pay attention to the horizon above you and you shoot their friends, what if they decide to walk off of their lift and jump behind you? There's... like, Horizon in that way, I think she designed well. I think that's a cool concept. The way I think you could balance Horizon, because she is too effective and too easy right now. I'm going to say the word easy, you might not like it, but she, in my opinion, I might be wrong, she is too easy of a character to pick up and use effectively. I think a solution would be give her the Wraith treatment. Instead of her get out of jail free card, which is even better in Wraith, because Wraith could back away but you could still chase her. The Wraith's old tactical would only really help her if she could run back to her allies and make you not want to chase. With Horizon now, it's too quick. How they can make Horizon a much more balanced character and a bit more and requiring more insight and forcing her into a particular role to help encourage Horizons to use her the way she's meant to be used for combat and try to whittle down the amount of people who play her just a crutch. I think a good solution would be to make it take longer to use her tactical. For example, like, look at how quickly I can pull this out. It's not completely unheard of to shoot someone, quickly do that, bam, and start healing. Yes, they can try to shoot you, but I'm strafing not just left and right, but forward and back as well. How are they meant to deal with this when they don't have sensational aim? It's basically, okay, let me just take a free heal while also staring at you and having no essential downsides. I think her design is cool. I think she's an interesting character. She allows you to help construct a push. If you nerf the activation time to 2 seconds or 2.5, she would still be able to do her push from mid-range. She would be able to get her free flank, quote unquote. She would be able to help transport her team. She'd be able to help get onto roofs of ease. She'd still have her passive. She'd still have her obnoxious black hole. If they made it take time to activate, it would no longer be a get out of jail free card, because I believe it essentially is. Wraith's get out of jail free card, in comparison, wouldn't allow you to heal. It would protect you, but people could still chase you, and unless they had their allies supply covering fire, you could just catch the Wraith and kill them. However, with Horizon, it's an instant activation time essentially. And while you're up here, not only are you safe and a distraction and potentially distracting the people who are trying to shoot you or pursue you for your team to exploit, you're also taking a heal. That's more than Wraith ever could do. I mean, do you agree that they should nerf the activation time but still allow her to have all of her abilities? She applies for basically every situation, and I'm fine with respecting Horizon's abilities and walking away from them and not taking the engagement, because that's how her character works. But her ability to do this mid-gunfight, it's not okay. If they nerf the activation time to 2 seconds instead of stupidly instant, if they make a mistake, you can still kill them. Like, every character in the game, if they make a mistake, you'll be able to kill them. But the amount of time required to deploy your escape plan is dumb. If you've made it this far in the video and you agree with any of my points made, or if you disagree, most importantly, or if you just had fun listening to my explanations and my point of view, I'd appreciate it if you let me know. I like people who try to use their character strategically and smartly. Not necessarily the I've made a mistake, I want to get away with it.